For science! Hello, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai, coming at you live in a video in my new, very science-y lab coat attire. I did not even notice this had a... I got an awesome idea just now. There's one on the... Oh, yes. We're doing this. It's happening in real time. There. Now we're in our sciencey lab coat attire. Well, as you could guess from today's video, it's a backyard cutting science episode featuring our plastic swim floaties. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have no bloody idea how well these will cut. But we will find out. Our blade of science today is the Hanwei Raptor Nanabukacho Sakuri. The reason why this will be pretty much the blade that I use for these episodes going on is that it has a good weight. It's a good representation in terms of its size of your standard katana, and it doesn't have the weight advantage of the Warrior O. The Warrior O will basically, if it can bite into it, it will go through it most of the time. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, as we can see here, by our very, very scientifical examinational abilities, it cut about halfway into the tip here and was just stopped purely by the styrofoam. So, I can find... We all knew that this lab coat was not going to stay clean very long. Especially with the kinds of incredibly accurate experimentations we do on this channel. I'll try clamping it down a little more and see if that changes anything. Okay, so what we have here is pretty much your standard everyday styrofoam that you'd get in styrofoam packagings. And while the blade did cut cleanly up until the very end, let's try this. And more along the lines, just ripped it apart. Alright. Now, for this next one, I'm going to use the other one because I want to see thrusting ability. How much we can thrust our blades into these and see what happens. Now I know some of you will be like, Outlaw, this isn't very science-y. It's science-y enough for the art of backyard cutting. Alright, I'm going to do just and just rank up my power from there. I'm going to try to start down here. Alright, very light thrust. And we have about, I'd say, 3/4 of an inch of penetration. Now, a little harder thrust. It's just barely poking out the back. I'd say a good solid 1.25 inches. Now, for an actual serious thrust. Went all the way out the back. And we have not cleared the Kisaki yet. This is about a 3-inch Kisaki, well, 2 3/4 inch Kisaki. And we have just barely gotten to the Yukote line of 1.5 inches. I say serious thrust, but it's not like I'm putting my full body weight behind it because I know if I do that, the blade will completely go through it. These are more just like your standard fencing style rapier thrusts. Like that. And how we got about maybe 3 inches of penetration. The white lab coat definitely helps with showing this against the camera. Now just all the way thrust. Like I said, if I put my full body weight behind these thrusts, they'll definitely go in. Got the plastic a bit, but I'd say, I lost my place, but I'd say roughly about yay much penetration, so about maybe 5 to 6 inches of penetration. That fucked up. So, in conclusion, swim boards. Not the best target for cutting, but if you want to work on your thrusts, these obviously are very good. They have a lot of stopping power because of the suction type effect of the styrofoam against the steel. I mean, even just doing this sinks them pretty much 1/4 inch on. And it lets you really gauge how deep different amounts of power and different amounts of thrusting force you can generate. So, I'm going to call that for this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do these tests in 2 separate videos, upload them, and then combine the 2 videos into one giant video. So that way you guys have options. If you just want to watch these, you can watch these. If you just want to watch the full giant cutting thing, you can watch the full giant thing. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.